New video tonight from Moscow, Idaho. You can see investigators removing furniture and mattresses from the home where 4 university students were stabbed to death. Law enforcement sources say the suspect, Ryan Koberger, deep cleaned his car days before his arrest. They also say he took out the trash at his parents' house wearing surgical gloves. The media, of course, is making a spectacle of this case and covering it because it's interesting. But that may be exactly what Koberger wants. You see, Koberger's a criminology student and reportedly obsessed with serial killers. Bernard Zapor is here, retired ATF special agent in charge, now teaching criminology at Arizona State University. It's good to see you, sir. We appreciate it. Should we read anything into the fact that this guy is a criminology student, master's in criminology student, and went through all of these steps after the alleged killing?
There's a couple things one can assume right immediately at this stage of what is publicly available. One, obviously, was premeditated. He hunted his victims. He was what he thought was meticulous. It's not going to serve him well in this case because, reading the affidavit, it was some solid police work and coming to the probable cause statements that led to his arrest. Law enforcement in every place that this person has resided, I guarantee you right now, is digging through every cold case, every homicide attempt, to see matching patterns and intent. In terms of his motive, this resides within his ears. It is something that he possesses solely. Oftentimes for somebody that would have the ability to stalk young people in the dark, walk in and kill them in such a personal and direct way with a knife or an edged weapon, you can assume there's a pathology there of sociopathy, extreme narcissism, potentially. And if that's the case, obviously those things are fed by the notoriety. So yes, this is very possible. But in terms of what his real motive was for this, that's only something that he knows and will ever know.
Yeah. In some ways, it's very hard to understand evil for those of us who are not. It's the point you get there. I think about the media coverage of this, and look, the case has garnered enormous attention. It's for college kids. It's every parent's worst nightmare. You send your kids off to college, and you think they're going to be safe, and the biggest fear you have is they drink too much at a fraternity party, and they end up stabbed to death in an apartment. The amount of media coverage that is focused on this, and I say it advisingly because we're covering it, and we've got specials and everything else, but does that fuel the next person who sees this and realizes that this is the way to start them?
Potentially. But this, I would argue, is somewhat different than, say, like a mass shooting event, where notoriety is oftentimes part of the recipe for self-aggrandizement. In this case, this person, and I'll never say his name, and I pray for the family of these poor young people who were taken so early. He has the ability to lack a conscience, to do something that would make most people to even conceptualize such a thing unfathomable. To him, it was a goal. And so it's concerning because people like this, they do exist and they don't look like a monster. I mean, when you look at a picture of him, he looks like a nice person to most people. But what resides in the heart of a human, whether they have a conscience or not, we don't know until the actions they take in their life. And this is, to me, an example of human evil incarnate. And so we all have to pay attention to people that are obsessive, that make strange comments, that stalk us on social media or repeatedly showing up at places we reside and where we work, and pay attention to it because although statistically low, this is a potential outcome.
Yeah. You have to think there's a big distance between weird, just sort of weirdness. Not every weird person does this, but boy, you make a great point. It's great to see you, sir. Thank you.
Have a great evening.
We know a lot about what happened on January 6th, but what about the mistakes before January 6th? Who's to